5 at 5. Today we'll do the show slightly differently, you see. I mean, the way we want to go about it is Debashish Sen has done an interview with Sujan Mukherjee. And it's an in-depth interview where Sujan Mukherjee opens up on this entire pitch controversy. He says that his image and that of Saurav Ganguly and the Cricket Association of Bengal has been tarnished because of this. He's weighed in on that. He's spoken about how Gautam Gambhir showed a lot of courage in owning up to the fact that it was Gautam Gambhir who had asked, or the Indian team management that had asked for this kind of a wicket. Sujan Mukherjee has spoken about a host of factors, and you will listen into that interview. But before I kind of toss to that interview, let me set this up. The thing started 4 days before the Kolkata Test match. As we all started getting into the Kolkata Test match, the Indian team, if you remember, landed into Kolkata straight from Australia. Gautam Gambhir, Shubman Gill, all of these cricketers straight away, and the coaching staff, they came in straight from Brisbane. And the very next day, India did not practice, but Sitanshu Kotak and Gautam Gambhir on the 10th of November landed up at the Eden Gardens to take a first look at the wicket. The moment that happened, on day one itself, when the team did not land up, the moment the head coach and the batting coach landed up to take a look at the wicket, this entire spiral started. That, is it dry enough? Is it not dry? What kind of a wicket did the Indians want? Are the Indians well within their rights to ask for that kind of a wicket? Will Shujanda listen into their request? Will the CAB adhere to what the Indian management wanted? The entire drama surrounding the pitch started. The next day, when the Indians practiced, and if you remember, it was a 9:30 a.m. practice on day one. When the Indians practiced, and our reporters, all of them, the Debashish Sen, Gargi Raut, these were the two reporters reporting on that particular day from the Eden Gardens. Both of them, in their shows, they said lot of chatter on the wicket. Gargi even did a story about Rishabh Pant going there, bending over the wicket, trying to point out to a streak or a spot. So pitch assumed center stage right from there. I remember going in on the 12th of November, met Sujan Mukherjee, had a chat with Sujan Mukherjee about the wicket, and he actually told us that he wasn't fully satisfied with the wicket that he had prepared. And when we asked why wasn't he fully satisfied, because the rains in Kolkata had stopped about 15 days back, and it was fairly decent weather running into the test match. So what is the problem? Why is he not satisfied? And he was somewhat apprehensive. He was somewhat non-committal, or kind of, he was not answering that question. And the fact of the matter is, now we know that he had been requested by the Indian management to prepare a certain kind of wicket. So Sujan Mukherjee did not water the wicket as much in the build-up, which resulted in the wicket opening up and the cracks opening up, which in turn led to Simon Harmer becoming Simon Harmer as unplayable. I mean, in normal circumstances, a spinner who is modest at best became an unplayable spinner because of the opening up of the cracks. Here's the debate now. Shujanda has completely opened up, saying the image has been tarnished. He has also praised Gautam Gambhir. He has also said that the wicket was not unplayable but required application and technique. That is what Gautam Gambhir has also said in his press conference, that 124 was very much an achievable target. It was the mental fragility. That's not the word that Gautam used, but he referred to that it is the mental fragility of the Indian batters that kind of resulted in this kind of capitulation, the abject capitulation on the part of the Indians. So where does this leave us? Where does this leave us? This is becoming very interesting. Is it a one-off? Is this a template? We have now seen 4 test matches, under-prepared wickets, ranked turners, lottery wickets, whatever you want to say. Each time, India has floundered. Now here's the question. Do you have the batters with the kind of technique to succeed on these kind of tracks? You clearly have the bowling that you don't need this kind of tracks to win. You won in away conditions. Do you need these kind of tracks to win in home conditions? Going forward, now the debate should be, what about the way forward? Will we see a similar track in Guwahati? Is it about ego? Will it be India's ego that they do not want to bite the bullet and they want to prove to the world that we are good enough to play against spin on ranked turners in wickets like this and try and win cricket matches? Is it about proving critics wrong, or is it about taking a backward step, understanding that this may not be the best strategy. We have now seen it fail 4 out of 4 times, 3 against New Zealand, 1 against South Africa. Now we need to retreat. Do the batters have a scarring? Is it Gautam Gambhir's primary job now to redeem this scarring? Is that the primary issue going into Guwahati? Is India more than skilled? Is it about the mental fortitude of the Indians, the insecurity of the Indians that is largely in question? All of these factors, as the Indian team practices at the Eden Gardens on the Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. in the morning, these are the factors that have assumed center stage. Mental fortitude, insecurity, mental fragility. Will India make this an ego issue or will they retreat? What will be the track in Guwahati has become the central talking point alongside Shubman Gill's participation. As I said to you at the start of the show, Sujan Mukherjee spoke extensively to Debashish Sen, answering a host of questions relating to the wicket and the impact it has had on him, the CAB, and the image of the association, while also praising Gautam Gambhir. Take a look at this particular exclusive interview that Debashish Sen has done with Sujan Mukherjee as part of today's 5 at 5. Thank you very much for watching. Here's Sujan Mukherjee.
Eden Gardens test match finished in just 3 days, and the wicket here at the Eden Gardens came in for a lot of criticism. And with me to talk more on the Eden Gardens wicket, I have none other than the CAB Chief Curator, Sujan Mukhopadhyay. Sujan da, आप ये बताइए कि वाकई are you happy with the wicket that you have produced for this test match?
ये विकेट में कोई खुश नहीं होगा। ये विकेट तो चैलेंजिंग विकेट था, बट अनप्लेएबल नहीं था, पर खेलना चाहिए था, खेला नहीं, अडॉप्ट ठीक से किया नहीं, इसीलिए रिजल्ट इसे हुआ।
आप मान रहे हो कि विकेट सही नहीं था, जो आइडियल विकेट नहीं था, एज अ स्पोर्टिंग विकेट नहीं था?
स्पोर्टिंग विकेट फॉर बोथ द टीम बोलने से चलेगा, लेकिन बट इट इज नॉट आइडियल
टेस्ट मैच विकेट।
टेस्ट मैच ये 5 डेज गेम, तो लास्ट 2 दिन में तो ऐसा ही हो रहा था, तो ये पहला दिन से हो गया, एक थोड़ा दुख का बात है। आफ्टर 6 years टेस्ट छोड़ा, तो हम तो सुना बाहर में जब इंडिया का लास्ट जहाँ टेस्ट मैच खेला वो सब जगह में एक ही हुआ, 6 में 4 तो हार गया स्पिन में, तो 6 साल बाद हुआ मेरा फर्स्ट टाइम इतना विकेट नॉट अप टू द मार्क प्ले किया।
तो but then do you think that means had you watered the surface, जो विकेट में अगर पानी देता तो शायद और अच्छा होता, 5 दिन देख सकते, क्योंकि we have seen the turnout at the test match कि 3 दिन काफी अच्छा लोग आया, obviously more than 1 lakh people came to watch the match, so somewhat means it is unfair on the part of the spectators as well.
वो तो है, वो तो पक्का वो है, स्पॉन्सर है, सभी है, बट देखो कुछ चीज से तुमको मानना पड़ेगा क्या, जब तुम ग्राउंड करेगा, कोई आईसीएन करेगा, कोई तुम नौकरी जब करता है, तुम लोग को तो थोड़ा इधर उधर करना पड़ता है, इधर क्या बोला, सम बॉस लोग का थोड़ा कुछ तो सुनना पड़ता है ना।
How do you take the comment from the Team India head coach Gautam Gambhir, क्योंकि मैच के बाद उसने कहा कि it was his instructions to the CAB that he wanted such kind of wicket?
I think that he has got a tremendous guts by saying this, and I thank him. I must thank him. The regards regarding him, तो हमको उसका regards ज़्यादा हो गया उसके लिए. I never thought that such a player, big player, the Indian team coach will come forward and say in front of the whole press. Hats up to him.
But at the same time, there has been widespread criticism from across, क्योंकि former cricketers, not only in India but बाहर से भी, they are criticizing the wicket at the Eden Gardens. तो उनको क्या कहेंगे, उनके लिए क्या मैसेज है आपकी?
क्रिटिसिज्म जिसको करना है वो तो करता ही है, अगर अच्छा खेलो खराब खेलो जो भी खेलो कर रहा है। एक्स प्लेयर लोग को कुछ बोला नहीं है, इंडियन एक्स प्लेयर जो लोग आए, जो लोग जब वो लोग खेलता था तो कोई कोई तो हम देखा ब्लेड देके घास काटता था, घास नहीं घास नहीं घास नहीं घास नहीं, तो वो क्या है, वो भी तो एक तरीके का वो बोलते हैं जो हमको इतनी चाहिए। और बाहर का जो लोग बोलते हैं, देखिए वो लोग का पास वो जब हम लोग इंडियन टीम जाता है, वो क्या उसको इंडियन टीम जो मांगता है देता है। अब इन्हें हम लोग तो इधर नेट बॉलर देता है, वो लोग नेट बॉलर देने से पैसा लेता है, तो नेट बॉलर टेक मनी फ्रॉम द टीम। तो जिसको बोलना है तो बोलते ही रहेगा, उसको क्या है।
मगर यही मैच अगर 3 दिन में इंग्लैंड में अगर खत्म होता तो
कोई बात नहीं होता, गोरा लोग है यार।
ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हमने देखा ना कि इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज में 3.5-4 दिन में मैच खत्म हुआ। अपने
ऑस्ट्रेलिया का पार्ट पे आप सीट रिमेम्बर दैट यार, 2 दिन ना 2 डेज में मैच खत्म हो गया, 4 इनिंग तब।
बट ये तो आप मानेंगे कि जो ईडन गार्डन्स का जो इमेज है, क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन ऑफ बंगाल का इमेज, आपका खुद का जो इमेज है, इट इज थोड़ा तो
इस पे थोड़ा सा तो है, डैमेजिंग है, बट हम लोग का पीपल नोज दैट ऐसा ना सी भी मांगा ना हम मांगा।
you have always been honest to your profession, Sujanda, but how disappointing is it to I would say that you have been pressurized to produce such a wicket.
Pressurized के बाद छोड़ो, but yes, I am really very much disappointed. Even last night I can't sleep even in my house. I would take sleeping tablets for that. But sad, anything, nothing to do. Let's go ahead.
अगले बार अगर टेस्ट मैच होता है तो would you be गिविंग इन टू द रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम द इंडियन टीम, क्योंकि जो विटनेस किया आपने, इसके बाद आप आगे ऐसे सोचेंगे कभी?
देखो, इट ऑल डिपेंड्स अपॉन द सिचुएशन। अभी वही टाइम में आएगा, वही टाइम में हमारा एसजीएफ क्या स्टेप लेगा, बोर्ड क्या बोलता है, कोच क्या बोलता है, उसका ऊपर सब डिपेंड करता है।
Would you reckon जे आईसीसी का रेटिंग्स होता है विकेट का, ये कोई खराब रेटिंग आ सकता है?
हमको लगता नहीं, क्योंकि लास्ट डे बिफोर द मैच अंपायर लोग तो बोलो विकेट ठीक है, विकेट इज नॉट बैड, दैट बट नॉट अनप्लेएबल।
You reckon it was not unplayable?
Umpires taken.
But what do you reckon about the wicket?
It's not unplayable. 100% is not unplayable. It is challenging.
Challenging तो होगा, that is what test match is all about, testing your skills.
If it is unplayable, then the match could have been stopped.
Right. So would you say that it's lack of skills as far as playing against spinners?
100%। T20 खेलते के ये लोग का हो गया। You see that 40 wickets down and minimum 10 wickets they have thrown away.
Yes.
Then what do you say? Thrown away why? What for?
So Shujanda, tomorrow Indian team is practicing here at the Eden Gardens. So practice का क्या arrangement है? Because they travel to Guwahati next day after tomorrow for the second test match.
Practice जो किया था, जैसे किया था इसे करेगा, देगा हम लोग।
सेंटर विकेट में ऐसे सुनने को आ रहा है?
सेंटर विकेट में नहीं, नो सेंटर विकेट।
साइड जो प्रैक्टिस है विकेट्स रहता है उधर ही प्रैक्टिस करेगा। तो जैसे कि सुजंदा ने कहा कि obviously he is a bit upset. Yes, he also reckoned, he also admitted that it is not an ideal wicket for a test match, but then obviously there are some instances where you need to give in because it is the request from the Indian team, as was mentioned by the head coach Gautam Gambhir yesterday in the post-match press conference. So keep watching this space to get all the updates. And this is me, Debashish, signing out from Eden Garden.